Hi everyone, it's Matt. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a couple weeks since I posted something. I'm going to be starting something different than my normal videos. I like doing my normal videos, they're fun. I get to talk about random things, but it kind of gets to a point where I'm at a loss of words and I don't know what to talk about. So this video is going to be a little bit more personal and just something that I've been not meaning to do, but I've been thinking about doing and really debating if I should or shouldn't. It's kind of like a story time video. Never done one of the, well, I've just done my normal videos, as I said. But this is, I think I'm ready to do this. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from it, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I have to have the mic really close to my face, or else it's echoey, as you can probably tell from my other recent videos, because, empty room. So I'm just going to have the mic here, and it's going to work out perfectly. So, okay, here goes. 10 years, end of an era. Quite recently, I think I barely talked about it in one of my very recent videos that I did, that I'm recently single and didn't really say much about that. That was just it, that I was single. And I think I'm ready to let everything out and not be so stiff in the camera, because I have been, because that's just, again, it's been in the back of my mind. So as I said, 10 years, an end of an era. So I was with this guy, fell in love with him, moved in with him, just we grew with each other. We ended up getting 2 puppies, and it was great. Like it's just the time of my life. But most recently, within this past year, he let me know that he wasn't happy. He was depressed, and it happens. What I didn't know, or rather, I didn't want to accept, as he was telling me that he wasn't happy being himself, who he was, and that he wanted to be not someone else, but his true identity. And at the time when he mentioned this, my mind just went in different directions, and I didn't know how to handle it. So I kind of just brushed it aside and pretended that it never happened. Smart choice? I don't know. At the time it was, because again, I didn't want to lose this person. But as months went by, it wasn't getting better. It got worse. We tried to ignore it, but it was the elephant in the room. You can't ignore it. So he finally confessed to me, sat me down in a way that I'm not gonna sit here and bash about the way that he did it, but I kind of wish that he didn't in a different way. So he sat me down in the room with someone else. He will just remain nameless, but it's a he. And he told me he's transgender and he wants to become a woman. Honestly, at that point, I didn't say anything. My world just kind of just collapsed completely. I was, all these emotions, all these feelings, all this initial just froze. I didn't know what to say. So instead of talking to me about it, they ended up leaving because they thought that was the best thing to do, to give me time to think about it. It just made things worse, because in my mind I already knew that it was done. There was nothing else left to do. Should I have sat him down and talked about it? Possibly, but it should have came from him, not me. So that happened. This was September. And then the following chain of events, just everything just started deteriorating from there, to a point where he wanted to take his own life. And at that point, again, let me preface with I loved this guy to death. Like, loved. And for him to confess, sitting in the ER, confessing that he wanted to take his life away, just completely shattered me more than I was. And again, I'm not trying to play the victim card or anything like that. By no means. And if it's coming off that way, I apologize. Because it's really not. I really wasn't trying to. So he confided in me. He told, well, not just that, but confided and the doctor in the ER that he wanted to take his life away. That day was just, I ran on adrenaline. I had left early from work because I got a call from his best friend saying, you need to just drop everything and go. That's it. I didn't get anything else. I panicked. I went like 1,000. I know you can't go 1,000 on the freeway, but I went pretty quickly on the freeway. I had called my mom to make sure that he's fine and all these emotions, and I got there. And again, that's when we went to the ER, and that's when he told me that he wanted to take his life away. Ignore the puppies, I'm so sorry. It was just a whirlwind. So then, of course, because once you admit that you want to take your life away, they have to admit you into a psychiatric hospital, which he was in there. And I visited him, and I was there for him. It was hard. It was hard. This was the end of October, beginning of November. So he came out of there in hopes of trying to work through it. But it didn't happen that way. He already knew what he wanted to do. He started going to his group therapy sessions, and he had already decided what he wanted to do. So he started going to these group sessions in the midst of trying to work things out, and I supported it. Like I helped him as much as I could. And he had agreed that we should do a couples counseling. So I said, okay. After the fact. So I was still, again, was willing to potentially work on this. So I got to the end of November. He finished his group sessions, and all I got was, there's this trans group or this trans therapy group session. So we go the beginning of December 1st. And it wasn't a therapy session for spouses, for siblings, for parents. It was to get you to understand that they are who they are. No help for you. So at that point, we had decided that that was the end of it. And soon after, we agreed, or rather, he would say that I pushed for the divorce, but what else can you do? So we got divorced. 2 days before our year of being married, we got divorced. And from then, again, everything just started falling bit by bit, because he started dressing like a she and doing things and acting differently, and I just didn't know this person anymore. It was just a completely new person that, quite honestly, I didn't want to get to know. I was so hurt that maybe that's just my closed-mindedness, probably, but I didn't want to get to know this person. I was too hurt to let anything change me. But I behaved. I didn't act out. I basically did what I thought was the right thing to do. Do nothing at all. So we had agreed that within 90 days, he would move out. Which it did. It happened that way. Beginning of April, he moved out. He moved out and moved in with my best friend, or former best friend. Mind you, I had no idea. No idea whatsoever. So that happened. So now it's just, I'm trying to rebuild myself. And again, doing this video has actually helped. Talking about it. And again, I'm not trying to get attention. I'm not trying to, again, play the victim card. I'm not trying to do anything of that sort. I just need to keep letting this out and not keep it bottled in, and to let people help me. My children, they have been just my rock. They know when I'm sad, and they just cheer me up. Quite frankly, I thought I would be bawling in tears, and I'm close to it, I'm not gonna lie, but I can finally talk about it without breaking down every 2 seconds. I'm still hurt, I'm still broken, I'm still in pieces, but guess what? I'm slowly picking it up. And I can't wait until I get past this and become this new strong person. Did I think I was going to have to deal with this in my 30s? Or I'm about to be 30? No, but that's life. Life throws you curveballs, and you just have to, go with it. And if you don't, you're just going to fall behind. And I kind of did at first, but I have just a group of amazing people around me that just keep me going and keep me strong. It's been hard, to say the least. 10 years, end of an era. Who would have thought? So I think that's it for now. I made a big progress, and there's going to be more videos like this. I'll bring back my other videos and hopefully do different videos, but I think for now, I feel relaxed. I don't feel that I need to impress or I need to get people to, nothing. Feels nice. So thanks for tuning in. I know it's not one of my regular videos, but this has helped. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being there. And I'll catch you guys hopefully within a week, or once I'm ready to sit back down and talk, which may be sooner than later, but so yeah, thank you. Hope you guys have a great week. Take care, guys. I'm Matt, and I'm out.